fact, second Peter. This 2 Peter 2 and 4. This damn phone, man. Salakia. It says, for if Yahweh, alright, now that we know about the capital G and the lowercase g and what it represents, this is talking about the Most High. For if Yahweh spared not the angels that sin, alright, now we go back in Genesis 1:1, alright, the blue letter definition, one of the definitions of that word God was angels, right? So this is who he's talking about. It's the same people, man. Throughout the scriptures, this is all about the elect, man. Everything about the elect. Alright. For if the Most High spared not the angels, so this is speaking on the elect that sin, because yes, we went off. Unto this day, you go off. You know, because we in these wicked chains, man. That's gonna get into, man. Alright. It says, but cast them down to hell, which hell is not, you know, the Black Baptist Church definition of, you know, hell, where it's a fiery pit. No, hell is this is hell right now. Even, you know, people even say that. How you been, man? I've been going through hell, man. You know, it's a common, let's say, metaphor used for tough times. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is talking about, hell, a hellish condition on earth. All right, because going back to, you know, what's been talked about in this video thus far, you know, going from a God and having a close relationship with Yahweh Hashem Shai to the point where we got the blueprint to create the earth, and, you know, Lord willing, we're gonna be saved by this destruction, you know. But going from basically what am I trying to say? Shalakia. Going from, let's just say, a good condition to a bad one as it pertains to living. All right, we got cast down to hell. We are in captivity. We don't own nothing. We can't start nothing of our own. You know, you got Jake always talking about, well, let's start black businesses. You know, that ain't gonna work. Nothing's gonna work here for us, but for us to come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right, so that's why we don't prosper in anything that we do as a people, because the angels that sin got cast down to hell. You know, it says, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Chains of darkness is not actual chains, it's this flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? Your thought pattern sometimes is just off. You know, now Esau sets up a lot of pitfalls for us. You know how he is. You know, try to get us to continue to go off forever, because Esau doesn't understand the concept of the elect. He doesn't understand that the elect were already saved since the beginning of the earth. The elect is just the elect. It's the Most High don't go back on his word. The elect is gonna get out of here. You know. But it says to be reserved unto judgment. You know, whether it be our day-to-day judgment or the ultimate judgment, which is gonna come in Jacob's trouble. All right, we know that 200 million missiles is gonna hit this place. All right, we know that. All right, but also, you know, just stand on the chains of darkness, man. This dark flesh. Paul even went into it. I believe it's Romans 8. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Maybe Romans 7, but I'm pretty sure it's Romans 8, where Paul goes into, you know, basically saying how you can't control yourself. The things I would, I do not, and the things, you know. Hold on, man. I gotta get it now. 'Cause I can't even quote it right, Shalakia. I don't want to butcher it. I think it's 8. 20 minus down. Not 7. It's Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, soul under sin. Is he talking about his flesh? You know what I'm saying? Because in the spirit, we know, you know right from wrong spiritually, man. You know, of course. You read the book, don't you? You know what I'm saying? You know what to do, but it's the battle with, it's a constant battle with the flesh like you're going to get into, man. It says, for that which I do, I allow not. So meaning some of the things that I do, I really don't want to do them. You know what I'm saying? But you in the flesh, it says a battle. It says, for what I would, that do I not, but what I hate, that I do. So I know right from wrong, but the shit that I hate doing, because I know I'm committing an offense in the eyes of Yahweh Shemi outside, do them anyway. That's a battle with the flesh. Alright, so this goes back to us coming from that higher state of being perfect to now we got to damn battle every day with our own self, not to be wicked, man. That goes into the chains of darkness. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law, that it is good. Now then it is no more that, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. That goes to the chains of darkness. That's what the change. It's not even me doing it. It's this body. You know, sometimes you'll be in a situation, just a personal testimony. You know, you know what you about to do wrong, man. And the spirit might be screaming in your ear, but sometimes you will slip up and do it anyway. That's just the sin that dwelleth in you. Going back to those chains of darkness, I'm gonna go back to Peter in a minute, but it says, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh. All right, going back to the, god damn it, man. Shalakia. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, going back to the chains of darkness, which is the flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. All right, and this is what this is for us. It's all a learning experience. We are being molded to be rulers, man. All right, like going back to the analogy with the king and the prince. All right, the prince, once he born, man, he molded to be the king, man. You know, he molded to be the king. All right. So we are being molded to be the rulers, going back to Genesis 1 and 1. I hope I'm not jumping around too much, but going around from Genesis 1 and 1. All right, which one of the definitions was rulers and kings? All right, rulers and judges. All right. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. That's going back to that 2 Peter 2 and 4. That's all the change. All of this, I don't know if the brothers haven't read this yet. I'm pretty sure they have, but if you haven't, you know, read all of this. This is all talking about 2 Peter 2 and 4, the chains of darkness. Alright. 2 Peter 2 and 4 tells you that we were thrown in the chains of darkness, but here Paul is explaining it. This is what the chains of darkness is. For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. Chains of darkness. The battle with the flesh every day. You know, because you would think this sound crazy. For the good that I would, I do not. If you want to do good, you would just do good, right? That would be like how, excuse me, how a lot of people would look at it. All right, but the evil I would not, that I do, that's your flesh, bro. All these urges, you know, every goddamn, man. Shalakia, motherfuckers always call, bro. Shit just threw me all off, man. For the good that I would, I do not, but the evil which I would not, that I do. So going back to 2 Peter 2 and 4, like I was saying, with the chains of darkness, man. You know, it says, now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. Chains of darkness. Paul broke down 2 Peter 2 and 4. You know, it says, I find then a law that when I will do good, evil is present with me. For I delight when I do good, evil is present with me. Because even when we do good, you're still in this flesh. You know, a slip up is always around the corner in this flesh, in these chains of darkness. All right. For I delight in the law of the Most High after the inward man, after the spirit. All right. It says, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity of the law of sin which is in my members. All right, when it says warring against the law of my mind, that's the flesh and the spirit warring against each other. You know, it says, O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? All right, which we are going to get new bodies. I'm not going to really go into that. Maybe that'll be my next video, but we will be delivered from these chains of darkness. We not going to be in this damn shit, this damn flesh in the kingdom. So we'll just go off and we had to go back in captivity. It says, I thank Yahweh through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord. So then with the mind I myself serve the law of Yahweh, but with the flesh the law of sin. It's a battle, man. Spirit warring against the flesh. Let me hop back to Peter. Alright, so with that being said, going back to 2 Peter 2 and 4, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness. Now, so we know the chains of darkness is to be reserved unto judgment. It says, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8 persons, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. See, Noah was the elect at that time. He was the elect. Everybody else died. Everybody know about the flood. You know what I'm saying? It says, and spared not, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those after that shall live ungodly. Which didn't really work. Not saying the Most High plan ain't work or something like that, but everybody doing the same shit Sodom and Gomorrah was doing. Especially America, man. But I really just wanted to grab 2 and 4, all right, to explain. And this is all going into the fall of the elect. But the elect will be saved again. All right. Jude 1 and 6. And the angel, hold on. Yeah. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness. Going back to 2 Peter 2 and 4, we know that's the flesh, until the judgment of the great day, which is when America gets judged. All right. So the point that I wanted to make was, the elect, now that we have an understanding of Genesis 1 and 1, the elect that is mentioned in, the gods, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods, not goddesses, God like one. It's just these are the same people. All right, we went from a higher state to a lower state. Even when we were, let me give you an example. Our good graces with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Lamentations 4 and 1. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street, right? This is talking about really the nation of Israel, but everything starts with the elect. How is the gold become dim? How is the fine gold changed? All right. When you got dross gold, you don't need it no more. You know what I'm saying? So the point is being made is, how did the Israelites start at such a high state and then come to the lower state that we see ourselves in? All right. It says, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. Going back to the first verse, so that's how you know it's talking about the people. All right. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? All right. How did we fall from our estate, fall from this high estate that we were in, man? All right. So all in all, it's the same people, the elect, since the foundation of the earth. It's been the elect. Let me get one more scripture. Ephesians 1 4. according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. This is talking about the elect. Having predestined us into the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach to himself, according to his good pleasure, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved. Alright. That's the elect. Alright, since the foundation of the earth. Alright, so when we were at our highest state, we, Lord willing, we be the elect. When we was at our highest state, we was the elect. You at your lowest state, you still the elect. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta execute what we gotta execute to get up out of here and wait for the Most High, And Esau doesn't understand the concept of the elect. That's why it's funny, that they think they're gonna keep dominion over the earth forever just because they got the Israelites going on. It's a number of Israelites, all right, 2/3 to be exact, that's just gonna die anyway. You can have them. They cursed anyway. But he doesn't understand the concept of the elect, that there is 144,000 prophets and another multitude of people that they just got a shield over them. The Most High is gonna save them, and he made that decision way, way, way before you even came into power. So I hope that video is edifying. All right, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.